right, everyone, welcome back to All Things Soggy Buns. We're diving deep today.
Into some really exciting stuff.
Yeah, big year coming up, 2025. And as always,
Of course.
Soggy Buns is looking to expand and get their name out there. And
more buns.
More buns. Exactly.
The people.
That's what we want. And so we've got this really, really cool document that was put together. It's called High Performing Events for Food Trucks to Locate At in Maryland in 2025.
I love that.
It's from, I believe, Toby and Ola.
Toby and Ola, yeah, they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they definitely seem to.
Move on the pulse.
Yeah. So we're going to be diving deep into this today and just kind of seeing, what are some actionable things that maybe Soggy Buns can get out of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited about, too. I think events are a phenomenal way to grow a food truck business.
It's direct.
You're right there.
You're there with the people.
You're getting that word of mouth. You're getting in front of them. It's not just like hoping that they find you online.
Yeah. It's like marketing and sales all in one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In a way.
And it's fun. Events are fun.
They are fun.
That's what I miss about working in that industry. Just that energy,
So let's jump into some of these events that they highlighted here.
Let's do it.
So we've got the Cultural Enrichment Music and Arts Festival.
Oh, I love that.
This happens in Laurel.
Okay.
Late September.
Nice little festival.
The Interstate BBQ and Outdoor Expo.
Whoa, now we're talking.
Yeah, now we're talking. That one is in Boonesboro, second week of April.
Okay.
And then Frost and Flame.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that one is in Annapolis, late January.
Okay, so we got variety, we got timing.
You've got location variety.
We got it all.
Right. Like this is a good mix of stuff.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so smart about this approach that Toby and Ola have outlined is that they're encouraging, Soggy Buns to think about different kinds of events.
Well, and different times a year too.
Yeah.
Because, if you can hit one of these in every quarter, well, absolutely.
You're staying top of mind, you're busy year round.
Keep that momentum going.
Right. And you're hitting different parts of Maryland.
Exactly. And I think they're really tapping into something here with these specific choices. Like even just starting with that Cultural Enrichment Music and Arts Festival.
Yeah.
We're talking about people who are already interested in, experiencing new things.
Yeah, they're there for art and music.
They're there for culture. Exactly.
So why not BBQ?
Why not BB2? And I bet you could even lean into that and maybe have a special menu item that's inspired by the cultural theme of the festival.
Oh, that's a great idea. I like that.
Little fusion.
Something.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
And then you go from that to the Interstate BBQ and Outdoor Expo.
Okay, now this is where it gets competitive.
Right. I mean, that's
This is where we see what Soggy Buns is made of.
This is the Super Bowl for BBQ.
It is. And I think, it could be intimidating.
Oh, for sure. To go up against, the big dogs in the BBQ scene.
Yeah, you've got those big smokers.
Oh, yeah.
Those custom rigs.
But I also think it's an incredible opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you can stand out there, if you can make a name for yourself at an event like that.
You've made it.
You've made it. Right. So it's high risk, high reward.
Yeah, and I think, this is where Soggy Buns could really lean into their strengths.
Absolutely.
What are they known for? What makes them unique?
What's their signature sauce?
Yeah, what are those dishes that people rave about?
Maybe they offer a tasting menu just for the event.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, like a sampler platter.
Yeah, something that really shows off their range and their skills.
And maybe even run a little competition.
Ooh, I love that.
Right. Like people love competition.
It's a friendly rivalry never hurt anybody.
Exactly. And it gets people talking.
Gets people excited and talking about Soggy Buns.
Exactly. Yeah.
And while we're talking about getting people excited, Toby and Ola made a great point about the importance of pre-event marketing.
Yeah, they really emphasize that.
They do. And I think it's so crucial because you don't want to just show up and hope people find you.
Right. You've got to build that anticipation.
Yeah, get people excited.
And they specifically recommend using social media, Soggy Buns' website, and local event listings.
All the channels.
Yeah. And speaking of Soggy Buns' website, if you want to check out their menu and catering options, you can head over to soggybuns.com. That's buns with a Z.
And I think, beyond just kind of the basic information, they could really get creative with their marketing.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe partner with some local influencers or bloggers to get the word out.
That's a great idea, yeah.
Or do some targeted social media ads.
Run some giveaways.
Ooh, giveaways. Those are always fun.
Right.
People love free stuff.
Yeah, and it gets people engaged and talking about the event.
And visual content is key. You got to have those mouth-watering photos and videos of the food.
Oh, yeah.
Make people drool just looking at their screens.
You want them to see that and be like, I got to get me some of that. All right, so we've talked about the cultural festival, the BBQ Expo, and then there's this one that's kind of a mystery to me, Frost and Flame.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by this one.
Late January in Annapolis.
I'm picturing, like, fire pits, maybe some cozy winter vibes.
Yeah, like a winter wonderland theme.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Who knows, but it's definitely different.
It is different, yeah, and I'm curious how Soggy Buns could kind of tailor their menu to that.
Well, I think there's a lot of potential there. I mean, BBQ is already kind of like comfort food.
It is hearty.
Hearty and warming, and I think, you could really lean into that with some, like, smoky chili.
Yeah.
Or pulled pork sandwiches with, like, a seasonal slaw.
Man, that sounds good.
Something that'll just, like, warm you up on a cold January day.
I'm sold.
Right. So I think there's a lot of creativity that they could explore with that event.
For sure. And, with all this talk about delicious food and these amazing events, we can't forget about the logistics.
Oh, absolutely.
The behind-the-scenes stuff.
It's all fun and games until you run out of buns.
That's true. You don't want to be the soggy buns with no buns.
Exactly.
And Toby and Ola really emphasize this. They say, ensure your food truck is ready for the crowd. Stock up on ingredients, prepare your staff for high demand, and make sure your equipment is in top shape.
That's the recipe for success right there.
Yeah, and I think that's especially important for these bigger events.
Oh, absolutely.
Where you're going to have a lot of people coming through.
Long lines.
Yeah, long lines, and, people get hangry.
Hangry customers are not happy customers.
No, they are not.
So Soggy Buns needs to be prepared.
Yep. They need to have enough staff on hand.
Make sure they've got enough ingredients.
Think about inventory management.
Yeah, don't want to run out of propane halfway through the day.
Oh, no.
Disaster.
Yeah. So it's all about planning ahead.
Being proactive.
Creating a smooth experience for the customers.
And speaking of smooth experiences, you can find out more about Soggy Buns and all their delicious offerings at soggybuns.com. That's buns with a Z.
Yes.
Don't forget.
Definitely check them out. So
yeah.
As we wrap up here, what really stood out to you about all this?
I think what I keep coming back to is just how important it is for Soggy Buns to really think strategically about these events.
Yeah.
It's not just about showing up and selling BBQ.
Right.
It's about finding the events that align with their brand.
Yeah.
With their target audience.
Yeah.
Do they want to be in that high-energy competitive environment like the BBQ Expo?
Right.
Or are they more drawn to something like the cultural festival where it's a little more laid back and diverse?
Yeah. Like what feels right for them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So that's something I want you all to think about too.
Yeah.
As you're listening, which of these events do you think is the best fit for Soggy Buns?
Let us know. We want to hear from you.
Hit us up on social media.
Yeah. And in the meantime, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into food truck opportunities.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah. And a big thank you to Toby and Ola for putting together that amazing document. And as always, thanks for listening to the All Things Soggy Buns podcast.
We'll catch you next time.
Don't forget to check out soggybuns.com.
Buns with a Z.
Buns with a Z for all your BBQ needs.
All your BBQ needs.
We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.